Hello, and welcome to this special video presentation. My name is Damon, and today I'm going to share with you the stories of 6 individuals and how they beat their speeding tickets. In fact, in this video, I reveal several little-known secrets you can use to get your ticket dismissed and avoid paying a single dime in fines or higher insurance premiums. And of course, everything you are about to see is 100% legal, does not involve anything unethical or dishonest, and you can begin implementing them in just a few moments from now. So let's get started. Our first story today involves Alex, and this is how Alex beat his work zone speeding ticket. There are state laws in effect which specify speeding tickets can only be labeled a construction zone violation only if workers are present. So if workers were not present at the time, then the ticket is invalid, plain and simple. Actually, most work zone tickets these days are given when the construction site is empty. You see, with the workers just feet away and the lanes narrow, it would be extremely dangerous to pull cars over. Therefore, police officers usually wait until all the workers have gone home to conduct speed enforcement. However, if they do, the law clearly states that they cannot label the ticket a work zone violation, and this is exactly what happened to Alex. He was given a work zone ticket when no workers were present at the time. But Alex had a plan. He contacted the construction company and had them write him a short certified letter with some very important information on it. He also got a copy of his state's law on this matter. Armed with these two powerful documents, the court dismissed his case. He not only avoided the increased insurance payments, but also the double fines and points often associated with work zone tickets. That could have easily been a 6-point violation on his record, so really good job, Alex. Next we have Heather, and here's how Heather used time to beat her speeding ticket. Some courts only have a short window of opportunity to prosecute a speeding ticket. If they go over this time limit, then legally the ticket is void and cannot be prosecuted. This is what's called your right to a speedy trial. Knowing this, Heather decided to see if she could use it to beat her ticket. She calculated how far out her trial was set for and compared that with the mandatory legal time limit. It was off by 5 days. Now she knew her ticket was legally void and could not be prosecuted. This happens a lot because traffic courts lately are so backed up they often set court dates many weeks and months ahead. Not only that, but clerical errors also play a big part as well. But when they do this, they are violating your legal right. So, what did Heather do? Absolutely nothing. She knew not to say a word about it. Had she contacted the courts to let them know they scheduled her court date outside the mandatory number of days, they could and would have changed it. Instead, she kept quiet about it until her court date, and with a copy of this law in her hand, she got her case dismissed. And just like that, another expensive ticket vanishes. And this is Sylvia. Here's how Sylvia beat her speeding ticket by obtaining a very important document. This has got to be one of the best kept secrets ever. In the members area, you'll be shown where to find this document, what to do with it, and how to use it to win your case. Like Sylvia, here's what she did. She contacted the proper agency and requested a full copy of this document. She took a quick drive down there, paid the $2 or $3 they charge for copying fees, and went straight home. She turned to the proper section and discovered a certain something had not been performed for many years and that this was grounds for a dismissal. This document I'm referring to is public record and contains federally regulated procedures which must be done in a timely fashion. If these procedures expire, then any speeding tickets issued during this time are completely invalid. She took the document with her to court, and upon reviewing the document, the courts had to drop all the charges against Sylvia. Next we have Roger, and here's how Roger beat his ticket by using a sneaky tactic to prevent the officer from showing up to court. In many states, there's a request you are legally allowed to make. It's usually granted, and almost always the officer will fail to show up to court as a result. If that were to happen, the case would automatically be dismissed. So Roger followed step-by-step instructions, made the request, and waited till his court date. And guess what? It worked. The officer was a no-show, and Roger got his case dismissed on the spot. Now this tactic has nothing to do with postponing the trial or anything silly like trying to reschedule it on the officer's vacation date. It involves a legal maneuver hardly anyone knows about that's worked for many, many drivers, including Roger. Is it sneaky? Yes. Illegal? Absolutely not. And here we have Sandra. This is how Sandra beat her speeding ticket by using a little-known loophole. Whenever there are 2 cops involved during a traffic stop, the chances of getting out of your ticket skyrocket. Now I can't tell you why without giving it away, but it's based on a legal right all U.S. citizens have that is almost always violated when there are 2 officers present at the traffic stop. Now I know that doesn't make total sense to you right now, but Sandra was informed and knew exactly what to do. She took full advantage of this hidden loophole and got her ticket dismissed as soon as her case was called. And this tactic can be used by anyone, anywhere in the country whenever they get pulled over by two police officers. You really have to see it to believe it. And this is Colleen. Here's how Colleen beat her speeding ticket by using the legally speed defense. This tactic is based on a law that actually allows you to speed over the limit legally. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Believe it or not, in many instances you can exceed the speed limit and not be in violation of any traffic laws. And it's all because of a tiny overlooked code written in the law books, and Colleen took full advantage of it. She followed simple instructions, took down some quick notes, and compared those to what this particular law has to say. She was able to determine that based on this law, she was not guilty of speeding. She took a copy of this law with her to court and easily got her ticket dismissed. So the question is, how did these 6 individuals know what to do? I mean, none of them are lawyers. They're just regular people like you and me. Roger works in a bike shop in California, Colleen is a secretary in Texas, and Alex and Heather are college students. Well, here's the deal. Each one of them is a member of this website, and this is the secret to their success. Beat the System is the culmination of years' worth of research, thousands of dollars in legal expenses, and every speeding ticket defense imaginable can be found within the 193 pages of this best-selling manuscript. And each one of the success stories you just heard used this very book to win their case, and they did it without any back-and-forth argument, without having to face the prosecutor, without having to memorize anything, without spending hours researching, and without having to prove they weren't speeding. So if you were worried about doing any of those things, don't be, because you won't. You only need one basic concept to win, and that's being informed. Once you've been given the right information and step-by-step instructions needed to carry out that information, it's very difficult not to win because the courts will have a legal obligation to throw out your case, if you've done your job right. So it's important to know which documents to gather and where to find them, which section of law to look at, and how to put it all together to legally force the courts to dismiss your case. Trust me when I tell you it's not hard and there's absolutely no legal knowledge required at all. But each ticket is different, so Beat the System will walk you through different scenarios depending on your specific situation. Now, if you're wondering if this works for all speeding tickets, the simple answer is yes. It doesn't matter if you were caught speeding 30 miles per hour over the limit or only 5. It doesn't matter if you were speeding on a residential street or on the highway. And it doesn't matter if it was a radar, laser, VASCAR, or pacing speeding ticket. They all can be beat once you know the secrets. You see, traffic courts are willing to bet 98% of the people who go to court will not know what they're doing. And you know what? They're absolutely right. They're prepared for the "I didn't do it," "officer made a mistake," or even the infamous "my speedometer wasn't accurate" defense. And if you were planning on using any of these, please save yourself the embarrassment because they won't work. But you can be one of the elite 2% who comes prepared with an airtight and proven defense strategy, one that's based on actual law and has been tested for many years to work. And hopefully that's why you're here. As a member, you will have exclusive access to rare and hard-to-find information, special tools, and vast resources of government documents to make fighting your speeding ticket as easy as possible. And, of course, one-on-one support if you ever need assistance with anything. Now, with that being said, I do have to warn you, not every ticket can be beat. For instance, if you get caught speeding 60 miles per hour through a school zone, well, you're on your own. Actually, you deserve that ticket and any punishment you have coming your way. I mean, this isn't some magical fairy dust you can sprinkle on your ticket and make it go away just like that. And this won't work for drag racing tickets, reckless driving, or DUI. So if you need help with any of these tickets, do yourself a favor and hire a lawyer. Actually, you'd be foolish not to. But for the average 10, 20, or even 30 mile per hour over the limit speeding ticket, it's just a matter of knowing where and what to look for. When you join TrafficTicketSecrets.com and read Beat the System, you'll be given every imaginable tip, trick, and legal strategy you can use to beat your case. And everything is explained in plain English. It's designed so that regular, everyday people can use it. Here's a small taste of what you'll discover. How to have a laser ticket thrown out over 90% of the time based on a technicality. When fighting a laser-enforced speeding ticket, your chances of beating it are extremely good when you employ this clever plan of attack guaranteed to work in 46 states. Bring this one thing with you to court and watch how fast your trial ends. Why you might be falling into a trap if you don't read the fine print on the back of your ticket. This can be very costly if you don't pay attention. Why this seemingly insignificant number is going to get your case dismissed without even putting up a fight. See the one legal requirement every police officer forgets to do during a traffic stop and how to use it to your advantage to get the charges against you dropped. How to get the best possible plea bargain, get your fine significantly reduced, and prevent points from being added to your record. You'll easily save hundreds of dollars with this tip alone. A brilliant way to fully admit you were speeding but not get found guilty. Here's a word of caution. Only admit to speeding by doing it this way. The one thing you should never do that just about everyone does. Avoid making this one common mistake and you'll beat your ticket. A tight-lipped secret on how to get 2 chances to beat your ticket. You won't find this mentioned anywhere else. An easy, almost unbeatable way to wipe out moving radar, pacing, and VASCAR speeding tickets. And by the way, these are some of the easiest tickets to beat. How to find fatal mistakes on your ticket. 1 in 25 tickets has one that will void all the charges against you. Now, not every little mistake on your ticket will get it dismissed, but these ones will. Discover the very first thing you should do before anything else. Skip this important step and you're screwed. 3 super words you must say to have every document against you thrown out as evidence so they'll have nothing to convict you with. How to beat a LiDAR speeding ticket each and every single time simply by doing this one thing. How to have a radar speeding ticket never show up on your record by using this cunning tactic. Several ways to beat your speeding ticket without ever cross-examining the police officer. Avoid the 3 deadly sins people do after they get a ticket that automatically loses the case for them. Take advantage of a rare government ruling that practically forces the state to dismiss the entire case against you. You'll get full access to it. And of course, you're going to learn the 6 strategies you heard about today, plus a whole lot more. Beating a speeding ticket is a very simple process when you have the right information. Look, you're not being tried for murder. This is just a minor traffic ticket. So all you need is just a little inside knowledge when going in, and you will come out a winner. Even if you are 100% guilty of speeding, it just doesn't matter. If you follow this system, the odds are in your favor to win. The traffic courts rely on you being misinformed and doing nothing. They count on and anticipate you just paying the fine and not giving it a second thought. But hopefully I've opened your eyes to just how a little knowledge beforehand will easily have you beating your speeding ticket by catching the court system off guard. It's not hard, and in the end, you will save hundreds if not thousands of dollars. Become a member today and join the thousands of drivers since 2005 who found quick and easy solutions to beat their speeding tickets. But remember, the clock is ticking. Some procedures need to be done as soon as possible. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. I sincerely hope you decide to do something about your speeding ticket. You can do it alone, or you can do it with the help of people who will be by your side and guide you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the best of luck.